Hey guys, so it's just gone 20 past 1 in the morning, and so Becca's just dropped me off. Basically, this was the day that we met with my sister Lauren and her boyfriend Callum, and like, although I don't know because I haven't spoken to Lauren since, she's happier now that she's met. Holy shit, that is a huge ass waffle. I'm out of here. Bitches, you can't. You left me all by myself. Becky, you've left me all by myself. I'm gonna die. This is it. This is the vlog where I die. No, I'm joking. On a serious note, that is seriously scary as well. I don't know where it went. I hate moths. I've got a stupid ass phobia about them. But anyway, I know it's a ball of fluff and dust and shit, but nonetheless, those things creep me out, especially when they're like this freaking big, flying around a very small, confined room, and I'm the only human in it. Anyway. So on a serious note, guys, I thought I'd make this vlog just to kind of describe my feelings about YouTube and where I came from when I first decided to make them to where I'm at now, and sort of my thoughts and feelings on where I'm going to go with it. So, if I'm honest with you guys, I started YouTube as sort of like a therapy thing. I didn't want to bore or burden my family and friends with hearing about how I felt like shit every day. I didn't want to bore them with shit that was going through my head. I didn't want to bore them with my life and how at the time I felt so depressed and down and shit, and I didn't want them to have to hear it all the time or get to the point where they were bored of hearing it or angry because they constantly heard the same shit. I didn't want them to feel, yeah, like that I was repeating myself basically. And I know that I got to that point before with people, and it's just human nature to, once you've heard something 100 times, you just sort of get bored of hearing it. No matter how serious it is to that person or how upsetting it is for them, you can't help it as a human being to get bored of hearing something over and over again. So I know that that happens, and I didn't want that to happen to my family. So in my eyes, I did something that was a little bit more out there. I thought I'd make a YouTube vlog, just one or a couple, and I'd start making daily vlogs. And I thought to myself that I'd get to around about 20, not even that, and it would fizzle out. I'd find no time to do it. You know, especially as last time I actually did daily vlogs, I had more time and I failed at that. But this time I had less time to do them, and yet managed to keep them going. But I thought I was going to get to like 20 or whatever, and then I was going to fizzle out and not have any more to make, or not have any time to make them or edit them. But I actually shocked myself when I actually got to like 50. And obviously made my question and answer video, which I was really actually quite proud about. But on a serious note, guys, I made my first ever vlog, and I started making daily vlogs as like a therapy thing, was for me to be able to look back and see if I was progressing through time, whether I was making myself feel better, or whether I was genuinely just milling through life. And I suppose you could say there are parts of my vlogs that I've made that are boring and they're shit. But looking back through my vlogs, like, I can really see a change in how I am, like, considering how I am now to how I was when I first ever made my first ever vlog. And I can tell you my first daily vlog, guys. Honestly, I can. I remember it was in this very room. I was actually sat in the bed. I think it was the second night I'd stayed over here by myself, obviously, in this room. And it was odd because I didn't know the routine. I didn't know, like, do you know what I mean? I didn't feel comfortable here. Not because of the people or the surroundings, that all that felt comfortable. It was just I didn't live here for a very long time. And so coming back here was like, not only was I dealing with everything that was going on in my head as it was, I was coming basically to terms with the fact that I pretty much moved back in with my mum. I pretty much had to get to a new routine. I had to understand things different. Things were very different in this house as they are in everybody's houses. They're all different, and it was so much going on. It was difficult. On my first ever vlog, I remember it was like this. It was unedited, and I was sat there in my green SpongeBob pajama top, because that's ace, right? I think I actually had flat hair as well, which sort of sets the mood for me. You know, if I have flat hair, I tend to have either just come out of the shower, just dried my hair, or I'm depressed, which, you know, is only those three things. But on a serious note, yeah, so I made that vlog, and obviously a lot's changed since then. You can see me progress from just even through to my editing my vlogs. Like, now I've got music, I've got actual editing in there. Obviously some of them I haven't, hence this one, and my unedited happiness vlog. I don't know what that's called, I don't know which number that is, but it's a couple back. But on a serious note, guys, what I'm trying to say is that what I used YouTube for was a way to get my anger, frustration, my sadness, my depression, my shit that I was feeling, my dark thoughts, all that shit, just out in the open. Someone had put it before I had other people I could rely on. And that wasn't to say that my friends and family that I had at the time weren't good enough to talk to. That's the complete opposite. They were amazing, but like I said at the start, I didn't want to burden them. But along the way, I made some amazing friends and obviously gained some amazing people. Like, not to mention, made a girlfriend. Which, made a girlfriend, that sort of make it out like I just, poof, and she appeared. That was the gayest hand I've ever done in my life. No, I'm joking. So often. But no, on a serious note, yeah, so obviously I've got a girlfriend now, which means that I've progressed a lot since when I first started making these videos, because that was where my problem was. That sounds so bad. I'm not even going to edit that out though. Wow, cursed. Congratulations, you made yourself look like a dick. But on a serious note, guys, no, that's where my problem lied. Was I obviously was going through a shit relationship. But what I meant by that was I've gone from a shit relationship to, even though it's only been a couple of days, to already feeling like this relationship's pretty much better than that ever was. Like, I just feel so calm in this relationship. Like, seriously, I can't even tell you guys how calm I am in this relationship. I think it's because I've known Becca a lot longer before we got together than I did with the relationship with her. Do you know what I mean? Like, my last two relationships I had, I knew them for a quite short time before we got together. But with Becca, we've actually spent a lot of time together, and actually done a lot of things together and chilled and had a laugh and got to know each other more. We've had a lot more personal conversations, a lot more in-depth conversations about each other, to each other. And I've trusted her a lot more things that I've trusted with any of my exes and with any of my family or friends that I've known before. I don't know, I just felt like I could tell her things that I hadn't told anybody else. And so yeah, that's that. Don't get me wrong, she still makes me feel nervous sometimes, and that's not her fault. Like, that's just being with her. Like, sometimes I'm like, she makes me nervous, in a good way. But see the grin, I can't even hide the grin. Like, it's not even funny. God. But on a serious note, yeah. So I'm happy now. But what I wanted to say to you guys was basically that what I use YouTube for was to get all of my shit out there. But right now, I don't feel like I need YouTube anymore, and that's sad. I know, and I hate it because, like I was saying to Becca today, I made daily vlogs this morning because I felt like it was part of my daily routine now. And personally, I don't need this anymore. I don't need to put videos out there to say how I feel because I have people to talk to. I have her to talk to, and that's amazing. I mean, I've made so many amazing friends over the course of the last 5 months. Peter, obviously Becca, now become my girlfriend, Lisa, Emma, you name it, guys. Like, I've made so many amazing friends since then. I've got closer to people that I didn't think I was going to get closer to. I've spent a lot more time with my friend Lee, and you know, I've spent a bit more time with Josh recently. Like, not recently, but like, you know, when it all first started happening. And just in general, I've gone and done things I haven't done for a while. Like, I bought myself a new iPod and sorted that shit out. I've gone on photography trips. I've just done a lot more that I never thought I would do. I even got my eyebrow done. That is some midlife crisis shit. Like, midlife crisis shit right there. But anyway, guys, on a serious note, I just wanted to say that right now I feel comfortable where I'm at. And that's not to say I'm not going to make YouTube videos. So I still haven't come up with the answer to that, whether I am going to or not. But right now, guys, I'm personally such in a happy space right now that I don't feel like I need to make these anymore. And so for that, I will say that I will see you guys when I next see you. I don't know when that is, but I'm not going anywhere. I am coming back. I just can't guarantee you it'll be a weekly thing. I can't guarantee you it'll be a daily thing. I can't guarantee you it'll be a monthly thing. And it might be that I don't make videos for a very, very, very long time. But other than that, guys, I will be coming back at some point. I know I will. Because weirdly, this has kind of been like a self-help thing. And I'm so happy that I did it. And I made it to 100 like I said I would. But anyway, guys, on that note, I'm out. And you know what's going to happen. Have a good day, morning, night, whatever time you decide to watch this. And I will see you guys whenever I come back.